Hey guys, so this set of notes is on graphing and writing equations of horizontal and vertical lines. So you need to write this down, the word hoy. These are going to give you the key parts of a horizontal line that you need to remember. So for hoy, the H stands for horizontal. The O in the middle means that the slope is 0. And the equation is always going to be y equals a number. There's no x's in a horizontal line. So pause it, write that down. Okay, this word vux is going to help you remember everything about vertical lines. So V stands for vertical. Instead of the slope being 0, like in hoy, the slope is undefined if it's vertical. And the equation is always x equals a number. There will not be a y. So pause it and write this down. So let's figure out if they're vertical, horizontal, or just linear, and let's graph it. This first one, x equals -1, you should think of the word vux because it has the x in it. Vux is a vertical line. So I'm going to go to -1 on my x-axis. I'm going to draw a vertical line through that point. So that's how we would graph x equals -1. Number 2 has a y and an x. If it has a y and an x, that means it's linear. And to graph this, we would start at 0, 0. Remember to turn your slope into a fraction, you put a 1 underneath it. So my slope is up 3 and over 1. So we'd put a line up 3 over 1 and draw a line through it. This one just has a y. So I know I should think of the word hoy, which is horizontal. But before I can graph it, I have to solve it. So that 4 and the y are multiplying, and the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. So this is what I'm going to graph, y equals 4. So on my y-axis, I'm going to go up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put a dot. H means it's horizontal, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line through y equals 4. Okay, what if I give you a graph? Well, this is a vertical line, which means I should think of the word vux. The way you write the equation of vertical lines is x equals a number. So I'm going to put x equals, and then you just look. What does x go through? X goes through 2. This is a horizontal line, which means you should think of hoy. The way you write horizontal lines is y equals a number. And again, just look, where does y go through? It goes through -4. All right, this is a vertical line, so you should think of the word vux. The way you write the equation of vertical lines are x equals. And then you look and see, where does x go through? It goes through -1. Okay, what if they're not graphs? What if they're equations? So let's go through these. Vertical line, you should think of vux, right? You write these as x equals a number. Well, how do you figure out what that number is? Well, look at your ordered pairs. Ordered pairs go x and y. So what does x equal in my ordered pair? -4. Horizontal line means you should think of the word hoy. We write these as y equals a number. Well, how do you figure out what number it is? Look at your ordered pairs. Here's an x, here's a y. So I want to know what y is. Y is -1. I gave you 2 ordered pairs. Well, ordered pairs are x1 and y1 and x2 and y2. Let's find our slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 0 minus 6 is -6. 2 minus 2 is 0. If 0 is on the bottom, that means your slope is undefined. So what words should I use? Hoy or vux? Hopefully you realize it's a vux because it's undefined, right? Which means it's x equals. Well, how do we figure out what x equals? You look at your ordered pairs. X is 2 here, x is 2 here. So x is 2. Now, questions I always get. What happens if your x's are different? It never will be. The only way you'll get an undefined slope is if your x's are the same. So they'll always be the same. So x equals 2. All right, let's do the same thing here. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Let's plug it in. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. So on top I get 0, on bottom I get -1. 0 divided by -1 is 0. So we should use the word hoi, because that has the slope of 0. We write this as y equals a number. To figure out what y is, look at your ordered pair. In both of them, y is -10. And just like example 8, they'll always be the same. The only way you'll get a slope of 0 is if your y's are the same. Okay, what if I tell you the slope is 0? This is easier than the last one. Slope is 0 means you should think of hoi, which means it's going to be y equals a number. To figure out the number, look at your ordered pairs. Here's x, here's y. Y is 4. 11, an undefined slope. That means we should think of vux, which is x equals a number. To figure out what x is, look at our ordered pair, and x is 5. So that's it for horizontal and vertical lines. It's pretty easy. If you'll go try the worksheet and let me know if you have questions.